the home of the Detroit Sports Network.
QDealsMI.com wants to treat you to the tastiest dining in the Kalkaska area at 35% off. Right now, you can get a taste of Kalkaska for $25 gift cards from Moose and Stella's, Trouttown Tavern, Twin Birch Golf Course Restaurant, and the Fife Lake Inn. All for just $65. Find a link at Q100Michigan.com for Q Deals, just in time for the holidays, and get $100 in dining for just $65. A taste of Kalkaska. Get yours while they last at QDealsMI.com.
The new owners of the Fife Lake Inn have done an amazing job turning a local spot into a dining destination. Great weekday specials like Mac and Cheese Monday, Taco Tuesday, Pizza and Pint Thursday, and of course, all-you-can-eat Fish Fry Friday. But circle Wednesday on your calendar, a beautiful tenderloin steak dinner for $13, turning Hump Day into Scrumptious Day. All off-road riders and sledders get 10% off your bill. Visit FifeLakeInnMI.com or stop by East State Street in Fife Lake and join the Fife Lake Inn Fan Club.
WGRY in Grayling is a division of Blarney Stone Broadcasting with 97.1 Detroit Sports Radio Network, 101.1 WGRY, powered by Gardner White Furniture in Gaylord. Same owners, same location, all new attitude.
It's time for the Northern Michigan High School Sports Scoreboard Show on Up North Sports Radio with your host, Rich Calkins.
It is time for the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Dedicated to providing the best customer service and the best offers, JimWernigChevrolet.com. Rich Calkins and Jerry Coyne in studio with you this morning. And JC, the last kind of set of games before we go into the holiday break, and a very few teams playing over the holidays. So
not here, not in Northern Michigan.
Yeah. One of the few teams, of course, we'll talk to Tim Resnich at 10:15. The Frankfort Lady Panthers, they're going to play over the holidays, and also, of course, Sean Finnegan from Traverse City St. Francis. They are going to be playing some games as well over the break. They think that 2-week break is a little bit too long, and so they want to keep their kids active and keep them rocking and rolling because. As we know, with those youngsters, the idle mind is the devil's workshop there. So we got to keep them busy.
Give them all new basketballs for Christmas.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes, sending some strong hints there to you and all that. So, but
well, Sean must be drilling the kids early this morning.
He must be. Yeah, Coach talked to him yesterday. Was excited to join the show here right off the bat. They did play a game against Kingsley last night. They did win 48-43. And you and I had talked a little bit, JC, and we will talk to Sean here in a minute about this. They've played 7 games already, and they play 2 more before Christmas.
Yeah, you talked about this yesterday on the Sportscape show, the disparity of what some of these teams are doing.
Oh, yeah. Traverse City West, 3 games before Christmas, and that's it. And Sean's going to play 9, almost half their schedule will be done in the first 3 weeks of the season.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yep.
So there's a whole lot of downtime then, meaning through January and February before March Madness starts. And again, just like last year, March Madness will actually begin late February, again, with the changing of the schedules the past couple of years with all the adjustments that they have done with the boys and girls basketball schedules.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I got to take a little deeper dive into what I was looking at yesterday. I know I always talk about my alma mater, but they have the second highest rated basketball team in the state, and it looks they have games all over the place.
Right.
So I don't know if you're right, and some of these are classified as scrimmages. If they play in these tournaments that don't have any standing. I don't know what the MHSAA does with some of that, but by my appearance, it looks like they have, like close to 27 or 28 games. Now, we were 26-4.
Right.
Back in the day, they played more games.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I know you said yesterday it's 22.
22 is regular season games is the maximum you can play now. And And so, and that just changed a couple of years ago. That it used to be 20 for a long time, and then, like you said, prior to that, you guys played a lot more.
Yeah, if my math is correct, what do you have to win 6 games to win the state championship, right?
Yeah.
So that would be 28 games.
Right. It would be the total if winning the championship and all that.
And we played 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's again, I do believe those Metro Detroit teams again they've allowed to let them play more because you have so many good teams within a 30-mile radius there that you can you schedule those Christmas tournaments and it's like a 25-minute drive. And it's only because of traffic.
Yeah, and the Detroit Catholic League has got these 4 teams involved in Toledo.
Right.
Who knows how many? It could be totally different. It might be 32 games you could play in Ohio.
You're right. That's exactly right.
I'm just saying. So, coaches does the St. Francis tournament count in your number of games?
Yeah, and
it might not.
It might not. Again, that's why I truly believe some of these are just organized scrimmages for some of the count that goes
where they're allowing fans to come.
To come.
And
the referees, you pay. Concessions will be open.
How many? I guess you'd have to. I'm whipping this question out on you early, but how many games did TC West actually play last year? Did they only play 25?
We got
they did 3 games in the playoffs, right?
They second we lost the we played 2 district games. The first one we went to the district finals and lost to Marquette last year.
Okay, and that was only 2 games.
That was only 2 games. Right. We played 24 total.
You're sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. No. I just like I said.
Yeah.
Because they played in that showcase.
Yep.
Last year, so I don't know if and it's only a 1-game thing.
It's not like a true tournament. It's not like winner advances and plays another team. They have scheduled games. You're playing who you're playing.
Yeah.
So you know how it used to be like, hey, bracket form, winners meet winners, and let's determine a champ.
But I don't think, especially in college basketball, usually they don't have a bracket-style winner except for this tournament in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Where the Michigan ended up winning and they won $1 million.
Right, yes.
But they had a first, second, third, fourth. So the other 2 teams, I think there was 16 teams in that bracket, and they're going to expand it to 32. But they guaranteed 4. They guaranteed you 3 games, and you could have 4.
Right. And that's what coaches like to know. Like, okay, I want a guaranteed number of games because our kids need work. It's early season. It's all of this.
Well, you don't want to fly all the way to Aruba,
right?
And only play 1 game.
1 game. But the guarantee of 3. Oh yeah, we can do that for sure. It's worth our while. Our kids need the time. I need to find out what my team is like.
Remember that when we were growing up, they had the Alaska Shootout.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't that many of these
the Great Alaska Shootout.
That does not exist anymore.
Right.
Nobody's flying to Anchorage to play Gonzaga. So they're going to Hawaii or Vegas.
That's right.
You're going to warm weather sites.
When they were like, why are we going to Alaska where we got to get to our final destination by dog sled?
Yeah.
When we could go to someplace warm in the wintertime.
I'm sure back in the day somebody came up with it and they go, well, there's nothing else to do, so these kids will be concentrating on basketball.
Alaska wants us to play up there. Let's go, man. Why not? But when Vegas and, like you said, Hawaii, Aruba, all of this stuff starts saying, hey, we can host some basketball tournaments. You're like, oh, that's sounding really nice.
What is, I can't remember the name of that tournament. The most famous of those Hawaiian was when Ralph Sampson's Virginia team lost to Chaminade there, right? But you see those games there, and they are literally playing in a high school gym.
Because you see 7'4" Ralph Sampson in a high school gym.
You're like, come through the doorway.
You're like, wait a second, this doesn't even look right.
The bleachers on one. I think TC West's gym was actually bigger than where they played in Hawaii. So, all of that has changed, and it's going to change even more. more because there's going to obviously some of these mid-season tournaments or early season tournaments are going to follow this pay-for-play kind of model.
Right.
I mean, I know we're supposed to be talking about high school basketball, but I guess I have to take it. We should call Mick McCabe. Mick will be able to tell me exactly why or how these games that are happening in over Christmas time are classified.
Right. No, that would be great. Yeah, Mick has been on the show before, and it would be nice.
He's still part-time and stuff.
Yes.
You know.
He likes to stay involved, not full-time, but still kind of stay in touch with everything.
Well, I don't, these guys that I see write little stories about high school sports, I don't know any of them.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah. There's and so many of them. They're so young now.
They're part timers. Yeah. Bloggers that go ahead and go. We have a chance to give you $250 if you write a story.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why I got out of writing for BAM Magazine back.
They don't have to pay them benefits. They don't have to pay any of this. They're like, oh, okay.
No.
That's an inexpensive model there to borrow some guy that likes to write and seems informed about these teams and follows it. Then it's an inexpensive way for a major newspaper to have stories.
Well, I mean, it's still the same way that it's always been. I remember in high school that one of our team managers had to call in to the Oakland Press,
right,
and the News and the Free Press,
sure,
with the scores and some stats.
Exactly. Yes, because everything can't fall on the coach. I mean, they've got so much stuff going on.
You've got how many high schools, and I mean, even back in the day, like you had the Birmingham Eccentric and the Oakland Press, and when you got good, the Detroit News and the Free Press will follow you.
Yeah, they start paying
attention. But there's still way too many games and teams for writers to be following.
Exactly, because even up here in northern Michigan, there's games going on every night of the week.
Oh yeah.
I mean, between boys and girls basketball, man, Monday through Friday, even a lot of Saturdays now, there are teams playing all the time. So it's really impossible to follow every single game and to do that with any semblance of knowledge at all.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to pick and choose your battles.
I know it was a skinny schedule, but we do have some results from last night.
Yeah. Again, I want to mention they're off to a 5-2 start. So that's
St. Francis?
Yes.
Yeah.
For St. Francis, so good for them. And again, they have two more. They play Jackson Lumen Christi down there. They travel down there on the 22nd, and then
the 22nd of December.
Yes,
okay.
And then they play the 23rd as well, as it's called the Catholic Schools Tournament at Lumen Christi. So there you go, another example.
Us Catholics. We celebrate the Lord's birth by playing bad. I mean, look at the NBA's been doing it for years.
And this one is true bracket form because on the second day, on the 23rd, the championship game gets played at 11:30 at Lumen Christi. Consolation game played at 10. So the winners will meet winners, losers play in the consolation.
Again, even in high school, you don't want to be traveling all that distance to play one game. I mean, we talked about this. It's been happening up here. Glen Arbor came up here, played Central on a Friday night, played West on a Saturday afternoon. Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Looking at that, you and I looks like St. Francis is hosting a couple of different tournaments this year at the gym. They're having one in late January called the Traverse City St. Francis Invite, where Detroit Henry Ford is coming up.
All right.
So there's that one. But then the 4th Annual Northern Michigan Showcase, the one we're very familiar with, is in the 14th of February. Right. So right around Valentine's Day. And they're playing Menominee. So Menominee's coming down. Marquette, I believe, is coming down. And I know that West and Central are both.
Yeah, maybe no Metropolitan Detroit teams are coming, but because they didn't, they aren't afforded an opportunity to play a second game here. I mean, we were shocked.
Yeah.
To see Cass Tech play in this thing. And the first year they had it, Cass Tech was ranked like the number 1 or number 2 team in the state. They had a game the night before, played, and then bust up here. I mean, I don't know how good of a salesman Sean Finnegan is. He's not answering our texts.
Right.
So.
and
he might be selling some juice-o-matics
He
right
might.
now.
And with Wayne Memorial coming, with two.
They played the state finals last year.
Yes.
And they played at St. Francis.
That's right. And
I hate to say it, Sean, that gym stinks.
Oh, it's 100 years old. Those cement bleachers.
It is so funny, Rich. I got to tell you, you can't see the whole gym. A friend of mine texted me. He went to my grade school, which was Our Lady Queen of Martyrs, and he's got a picture of these kids playing in the gym, and it's the exact same gym that I played in 1972.
Sure.
And I'm like. Our grade school gym was nicer than St. Francis.
That's funny. No, I can remember when I was coaching girls' youth basketball back in the day. Oh, yeah. I love it.
Yeah, but it doesn't show our banners here. This is girls' basketball. I'm very upset with Murray.
And I went back to we of course, not a ton of gyms around the Grayling area, so we went back to the elementary school gym and practiced. And it's exactly the same, literally walls right past the basket.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's no 3 feet. No, it's like literally right after.
Oh, you remember some of those gyms at one end, you'd have a stage.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Because the gym also served as
the Grayling Middle School is still like that. Yeah.
And I took a header into that. I got jumped on. We were playing Precious Blood in a CYO game. And some kid jumped on my back after a layup, and I smashed this first time I broke my nose.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Right on that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty gross, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, so,
sure.
St. Francis is landlocked. I don't know where they're going to get a gym.
Yeah,
to replace that gym.
Certainly, I mean those because there's a lack of parking in that area anyway. It's right in the middle of a neighborhood, and it's very much so.
They'd have to do
a big donorship type thing.
An inside out. I guess they could probably schedule around it if they rehabbed that gym. They could probably find to play at West or Central.
Yeah.
For a season. That's really fast. I know we're so off topic. This is your fault, Sean Finnegan, and I'm giving you crap about it when I see you. But, they did the same thing at both Chrysler Arena and Madison Square Garden.
Oh, uh-huh.
They have this. There's companies now that can go ahead and completely renovate the inside of these gyms.
Right.
It's incredible what they do.
It is. Chrysler was always known for bad lighting and kind of when they
tiny aisles.
Yes,
and sight lines and what they've done to Chrysler. Now, I haven't been in Madison Square Garden since they did this, but there's enough film of it to see what it's like.
Right.
It's amazing what you can do without having to tear down your building.
Right, yes, exactly. Yeah, we're told. Well, we're going to take our first break, and then hopefully...
I'm sure people are really happy.
Tim Resnich is hopefully waiting for us to give him a call from
Please, Tim.
Tim, please pick up the phone when we call. All right. You're listening to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernick, GMC in Gaylord.
Just like Northern Michigan High School athletes, Saab relies on trust, drive, and expertise. Those are the values it takes to have a winning season, and the same values that power Saab's mission, keeping people and society safe. Hi, I'm David Howey, Project Manager for Saab in Northern Michigan. Saab is dedicated to being a responsible neighbor, a reliable employer, a steward of the environment, and a proud supporter of Northern Michigan High School athletics. Saab in Northern Michigan.
The deal that everyone waits for is here. Employee pricing for everyone is happening now at Jim Wernick Chevrolet in Gaylord. Save big on select new in-stock Chevrolet models, including Silverado HD trucks, a luxurious Suburban High Country, a rugged Traverse Z71, and the capable Colorado Trail Boss. These exclusive employee pricing offers won't last long, and neither will the inventory. So don't miss your chance to drive home a new Chevy for less. Visit ChevyCentral.com or stop by Jim Wernick Chevy in Gaylord. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
The crushing industrial platinum of Filter. Friday, March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort with special guests Finger 11. and local age. Tickets start at $43 and on sale now at the box office and etix.com. Showtime 7:30. Filter with Finger 11 and local age. March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Jim's Collision in Roscommon thanks all their wonderful customers for their business this year. And if you should need them, they'll be there for you in the coming year. From the entire family at Jim's Collision, be safe in your travels and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Outdoor Equipment Co. is more than just a dealership. They're a local family-owned company with 3 locations across Michigan, carrying the top brands in power sports, marine, and outdoor equipment like Tahoe Pontoon, Kawasaki, Toro, and more. Whether you're shopping for a new unit or you need parts, service, or warranty work, you need to see the experts at Outdoor Equipment Co., Michigan's trusted source for sales, service, and parts. For the Outdoor Equipment Co. location nearest you, head to OutdoorEquipmentCo.com. Ray's Barbecue Brews and Blues wants to make sure your holidays are merry. Get $1 off. Beer, wine, cocktails, and appetizers every day at Ray's from 3 to 6. Grab your gang and head to the banks of the Asable to make merry at Ray's. They would love it if you stay for dinner, especially since they're rolling out new daily specials on top of the best darn barbecue around. Merry Christmas from Linda, Jeff, and everyone at Ray's Barbecue Brews and Blues.
If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education or where your talents lie, the Michigan Army National Guard has most of the answers. Your participation in a few yearly training exercises will make you stronger and part of a patriotic team. You will also receive up to $50,000 in scholarships towards your education, including training and placement in exciting tech and medical fields. Build your future and support your country. Apply to miarmyguard.com. That's miarmyguard.com.
It's the one you've been waiting for. The Gaylord Gardner White Furniture Year-End Savings Event. Take an extra 30% off the already great prices on furniture in every department. Get up to 60% off on mattresses. Wow! Shop now and get delivery before Christmas. Have family coming? Buy in-stock items and get free same-day delivery. Gaylord Gardner White. Same owners, same place, all new attitude. Some restrictions apply. See your Gaylord Gardner White associate for more details.
Think you know football? Go head-to-head for prizes with the Traverse City Record Eagles' own pro, senior sports writer James Cook. Pick your winners for every Sunday NFL matchup at record-eagle.com. If you beat James, you'll be entered to win a weekly prize from our Record Eagle sponsors. Make your picks each week, plus get contest rules and details at record-eagle.com/NFL Pick'em. Can you show up one of Northern Michigan's most trusted sports voices? James Cook's NFL Sunday Pick'em at record-eagle.com.
You've known Hard Rock for decades, but Hard Rock Bet is Michigan's newest casino app. And what you see when you sign up is actually what you get.
If you're not up money after 24 hours of playing slots, you'll get up to $1,000 back in casino bonus to play again.
Plus 200 bonus spins on Huff and More Puff. Wins paid in cash, no catch.
Hard Rock Bet Casino, now in Michigan. Roll with us. Offered by Seminole Hard Rock Digital LLC. All rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credits. Must be 21 plus and present in Michigan to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Make your holidays brighter with December lease specials from Jim Wernig, GMC, and Gaylord. Right now, you can drive a 2026 Sierra 1500 Elevation, complete with a tonneau cover and side steps for just $189 a month. Or take home a versatile 2026 Terrain Elevation, all-wheel drive for only $429 a month with just $2,026 due at signing. Whether you're hauling gifts or heading to holiday gatherings, these new GMCs are ready for the season. Visit GMCCentral.com or stop by Jim Wernig, GMC, and Gaylord today. We are professional grade.
Watch the Traverse City West Titans, streaming live at UpNorthSportsRadio.com.
Brought to you in part by TVC Cherry Capital Airport, your hometown airport, flying nonstop to the sun every day. TVCAirport.com.
TC West Titans on UpNorthSportsRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Rich Calkins and Jerry Coyne in studio with you. And joining us now is the head coach of the Frankfort Lady Panthers, Tim Resnich. And Tim, first time we're talking to you this basketball season, you got the kids off to a 3-1 start.
Oh, yeah. Great group of kids. They're working real hard. We're having a lot of fun over here.
Yeah, Tim, you've won convincingly 3 different times. And then you had a real battle with Buckley just this week. You came out on the short end of that one, but talk about that game a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you, Rich, that, if you are a fan of basketball, you would have loved that game. It was one of those games that it was just a pleasure to be a part of. It was for December, and, my philosophy in December, actually throughout the season, this is all practice for the tournament, and we don't want to be great in December, right. So, but having said that, this was a great basketball game. It was really just beautiful basketball. Both teams played hard and very well, and they ended up getting us. We had our opportunities, but we have a lot of stuff to clean up. And they're a very good team, but it was just a pleasure to be a part of.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim, your schedule, you're never afraid to play good basketball teams. And, you've played up a couple of divisions against Elk Rapids. And then you're one of the teams that plays over that Christmas, New Year's break. And you're playing an undefeated Roscommon team. And then, of course, historically great St. Ignace as well.
Yeah, we're looking forward to both of those. It'll be nice to have a few days to rest. Of course, our numbers aren't huge with our teams. They haven't been for quite a while.
Right.
So it'll be good to get these girls a rest. But they work hard, and they're eager and hungry, and we're really looking forward. It's always fun to go up there, but we're really looking forward to going up there and seeing those teams.
Right. Now, Tim, what's the breakdown of this year's team as far as seniors, juniors, underclassmen? What do you got going on this year?
Well, we only graduated one last year. She was a very important one. It was Savina. She was great, big part of that team, but she was our only senior last year. So I actually have 5 seniors on the team this year, which is a rarity for me. And it's really nice. And I think I know we're ahead of where we normally are because of that. These girls have been around. Thinking about these girls, my seniors, the last 3 years when we were put out, 2 of them have been put out by state championship teams, that Glen Lake team and then that Fowler team. And sandwiched in between there was the Kingston team, and we saw them in the semifinals. So these girls have a lot of experience.
Right.
Tournament experience. And, man, I just enjoy being in the gym with them every day. We can work on new and interesting things, and they understand what I'm saying when I'm talking to them, which is, another luxury. So I'm just having a blast.
Yeah, no, that's so true, Coach. I mean, absolutely.
Good for you to get girls to listen, Coach. That's the first step.
They always try, but they can't always do it or comprehend, but this group, with the experience they have, and really, in my years here at Frankfort, I've had some great teams, but only a few of them could listen to a timeout and go out and try to execute what I said. Only a couple of those teams.
Yeah.
And this is one of them.
Oh, nice, Tim. That's what, you have any size on this year's team, Tim?
Nothing gigantic, but we're good. We have a good mix. My post players are working hard. I have some really scrappy guards. I have a true point guard this year, and that is another absolute luxury.
Yeah.
That's just, it doesn't happen anymore. And and I actually have one this year, and so I can't get enough of watching that kid play. And but she has the confidence of the team behind her, and it's just been a pleasure to be on the court with them right now.
Yeah.
So she's got a good handle, Coach?
She does. She does. We we set up our press break to get ready for Buckley. They're real aggressive. That's a really nice team. They're athletic. They're long, and they're aggressive. And we worked on our press break, but when it came down to it, I don't know if we ran it once. We just got the ball to Willa's hands, and she made her way through 2 or 3 girls at a time. It was really something.
Yeah.
It's nice to have Isaiah Thomas hanging around. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, do you find out with even in the girls program with the shooting of threes, like how in the guys basketball it's infiltrated, everybody wants to shoot threes, and you watch collegiate girls and professional girls, they all shoot the three too. Does that happen now in the high school thing too, Tim, where they come in and they want to shoot the outside shot?
They do. And we do practice. And then I have every kid, starting out as freshmen, whether they can make it to the rim or not, or if they've been put in the post their whole life or not, to start to shoot. We still don't shoot a lot, but I actually have shooters this year. And, these girls, they're great. But I really have to encourage them to shoot, and we've started to shoot more. We're gonna end up being a very good shooting team. And just within these last two games, I can see their comfort level rising, where they're much more comfortable. They're taking a lot more outside shots instead of just looking to pound it in. And it's been great to watch them develop like that.
Right. Now, Tim, obviously you guys in the Northwest Conference there, like you mentioned, Buckley, of course, Glen Lake, you guys, Leland, Onekama. Are those, you expect all of you guys there to be at the end battling for the top position in that Northwest Conference?
Yeah, it's a tough league this year. And I would put Onekama, Buckley for sure, maybe Glen Lake in that top category, battling. And, we should be right there, too. But, sorry. They see a squirrel.
Yeah, no. Hey, squirrel. Coach, I've got the same issue, man. I totally get it. So, all right. Well, Tim, we really appreciate you joining us here on the Scoreboard Show. We wish you a Merry Christmas, and we'll get caught back up with you after the new year.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll be around. You know where to find me.
All right. Tim Resnich of the
Thanks, Coach. Merry Christmas.
Hey, you too,
All right.
guys.
We'll see you, Tim.
You want to call Finnegan right now?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's
Okay. All right. We are going to get a hold of Coach.
We're just going to keep it in.
Yeah, we're going to keep it right here. We're going to get a hold of Coach Sean Finnegan of Traverse City St. Francis and talk to him about this year's team. It's the first time we've had Sean on, so looking forward to that. So, again, playing it.
He said he'd pick up.
Did he? Okay. We're holding you to it.
That doesn't mean that he's.
So.
Hi, Coach. Hold on.
All right.
There you go.
We do have now on the phone with the Sean Finnegan of the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators. And, Sean, you guys played last night. You came out with a nice 48-43 win against Kingsley.
Yeah, it kind of sounds and feels like it was a football score in a football game. It was a very physical night, but nonetheless on a snow day when you're getting the best energy out of your kids. So we were happy to get out of there with a win. It wasn't the prettiest night, but a win's a win right now.
Yeah, Coach, that Kingsley team, they're still, they played in the state championship game in football this year, and it's carrying over to the basketball season a little bit.
Yeah, I can relate. We've had groups that we didn't figure out the ball was round until January, so I understand. It definitely felt like that atmosphere.
Coach, you are definitely one of those teams, again, I talk about it a lot. You are not afraid to schedule the big boys in basketball. And certainly coming up next, you have Jackson Lumen Christi and a couple other teams that are playing in that tournament down at Lumen Christi. You just try to really get your team ready to try to make a deep tournament run.
Yeah, that's our goal every year. Even when we were in a conference, I tried to take our 6 or 8, how many non-conference games we had, and stack the deck against us. And if we win a couple, great. If we at least compete and get better, then that's why we do it. Now being an independent, I get 22 games to do that. And now I'll tell you, the first year I learned that maybe I need to schedule a couple local games too, so we learn how to win a little bit now and then too. But it should be a fun tournament down there. Kalamazoo, Hackett, and Saginaw Novell are on the other side of that, and depending on how we do against Lumen Christi, we'll see what Tuesday brings.
Yeah, for sure, some historically good basketball there. Now, Coach, you played 9 games before Christmas, so almost half your schedule is done in the first 3 weeks of December.
Yeah, I'll say, we've had many years where we've only had 4 games before the new year, and then, you think it's great to have all these extra games after. And I tell you, last year and even the year before, now that we're at 22 games, we had a couple stretches where we were playing like 6 games in 12 days, and it's a lot. It's a lot on us. It's a lot on the kids, and if the coaches who we're kind of nutty. If we're getting tired, they're definitely getting tired and burn out. So the last thing you want to do is burn your kids out right before the tournament. And I feel like the back-ended schedule didn't help us the last couple of years. So tried to load up the front a little more this year, and space out a few more down the stretch and see how that works. And roll the dice too, because if our football team's in the final, we got 9 games for New Year where we're still running around with our head cut off. It could have been dangerous, but so far so good, I guess.
Coach, it looks like you have 2 different showcases that you're going to be having at St. Francis this year.
Yeah, so essentially the invite at the end of January is it's a Catholic school tournament that I ran last year, except the only downside is I thought I had a second year of it. Miscommunication. My 4th team couldn't be a Catholic school, so I kind of just called it an invite. But that's essentially what it is. Ourselves, we're going to play Detroit Denby on the Friday night, January 30th, and then Grand Rapids West Catholic and Saginaw Novell will play on the other side, and then winners and losers, on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then our show, the big showcase there, the Northern Michigan showcase is on Valentine's Day, and right now I'm slotted to have. I've got 5 games set up. I do have 1 team I got to fill in for now, unfortunately late. So we'll see how that works out. But 4 or 5 games for sure.
Yeah, Coach. Who do you have officially in that showcase, the 4th annual Northern Michigan Showcase?
So the first game opens up with Baldwin versus TC Christian.
Okay.
And then we've got Glen Lake playing Ishpeming Westwood, who they met in the tournament last year. I believe it was the regional final.
Okay.
And then the third game is TC West versus Granville.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I had TC Central playing Hamtramck, and Hamtramck joined a league this year down there where they have an in-season tournament.
Okay.
And they've got a game on that day, and he can't reschedule it, and all that. So
sure.
I'm working on filling for Hamtramck, someone to play Central, and then our final game would be us versus Menominee.
Okay.
So Ishpeming Westwood and Menominee are your UP teams this year. No Marquette this year.
Yeah, the invite was extended, but I didn't hear back a confirmation at any point. Okay. So we open it up to some others, and Ishpeming Westwood and Menominee both reached out to me looking to come down for something, and I think it's nice for them, although the travel's brutal. It's nice for them to get below the bridge, play different styles of teams, and get out of their comfort zone a little bit. So I think they're looking forward to that.
Yeah, they were a surprising winner last year, Coach. That was a great game. Who they beat? They beat Cass, right? No.
Yeah,
they beat Cass Tech, right?
Yeah.
We played them the night before, and the way he played us, I mean, they beat us by I think 20, but he played his horses to the bitter end, and I'm thinking, you got Cass Tech tomorrow. What are you doing? I mean, we're done. So you got us.
Right.
And he still was pressing with his studs, but it didn't matter. I mean, they were in shape. They were good, and I'll tell you that big redhead, he was impressive.
Yeah.
I talked to the Tech coaches. They really like what he brings at the college level and think he's going to have a good career there.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Coach. He's the one kid, actually one of their guards that was a really good athlete was also, but yeah, the big redheaded kid was the kid that stood out for them and ended up beating West in the district finals as well and had a dominant game.
Yeah. He, when you're the biggest, strongest, most athletic, and you work the hardest, that's a tough combination. So
good formula.
Yeah.
and being able to, play 32 minutes essentially, while you're pressing, that again, that's just shows, the effort he put into getting in shape and working hard like that all the time. It's fun to see.
Yeah, Coach, I like those gingers too. They got a little edge to them, Coach. I like them.
I think that's become naturally in the blood or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. So.
Coach, I got a quick question for you. So I'm looking at some of this stuff. I know you guys are going to play in this Lumen Christi thing, but looking at my alma mater, Brother Rice, there's a lot of teams playing over Christmas and a number of different showcases and things. And, math was never my strong point, but it looks like some of the Catholic League teams down there are going to end up playing more games than 22. And Rich is telling me sometimes these showcases aren't considered real games.
Yeah, there's some things MHSA is doing that I'm not even fully privy to because it's not something we're really looking to do ourselves. I think 22 is plenty, but unless they're going to give us longer season.
Right.
There are some events that I think they can somewhat classify as a scrimmage, but I'm not, to be honest, I'm not fully, I haven't really dug into it because, again, I don't even hit our 4 scrimmages usually, and, 22 games with the schedule, especially the school schedule, we have a lot of events in January with exams and Right to Life March and different things that our Catholic Schools Week that make it hard for us to schedule, for 3 days or something. So trying to pack more games in just for me wouldn't make sense.
That's fair. Like I said, I have to take a little deeper dive on what's actually the number of these games, but it was just mind-boggling to me what I was seeing online. So
yeah, and I'm not sure too. Sometimes, what you find on MHSA.com, you'll see that, like, why do they have all these games in there? Well, some get put in double, or they didn't delete one after they rescheduled it, and that's not always perfect on there, too. So that sometimes can be part of the factor.
Well, this was on Brother Rice's website.
Yeah.
Then I don't know what they're up to.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not. I just, like I said, I'll have to get some more information before I come clean with it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put it out there to the masses that they're playing 25 games, get them in trouble when they're not.
I don't need that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a heck of a way to be on the wall of shame down at Brother Rice, right?
Yeah. I already am. Doesn't matter.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you joining us here. You guys, again, are off to a real good start and looking forward to seeing you guys in person this season.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Sorry for the phone tag here this morning. That time of year, life's a little crazy. So
no worries,
appreciate
Coach.
you working with me, and thanks for your time, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, Merry Christmas, Coach.
Merry Christmas, guys.
All right. Sean Finnegan, Traverse City, St. Francis. There, we were diligent on getting him. Good job, JC, there. Got him. So, all right, when we come back, we're going to have John Katona from the Lady Ramblers coach there from Manton.
All right.
You are listening to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernick GMC in Gaylord.
It's time for the Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCO.com. Toro, count on it.
I'm Melissa Sullivan, outdoor enthusiast and your host. It's full-on snowmobile season, but remember, many trails are still shared. You need to be vigilant for ORVs that still might be out and about. Whether you're on a sled or a side-by-side, always assume you'll meet oncoming traffic. Stay to the right, ride single file, and slow down for every corner. Courtesy and caution will keep everyone safe. And speaking of caution, watch out for our maintenance heroes, those volunteer groomers. These dedicated operators could be out at any time maintaining the trails and laying down that perfect base. Slow down and give them space. They're essential to our trail system. Please respect their work. Finally, in an emergency, preparation is key. You need to know exactly where you are. Before you leave, check your maps and look for the DNR route and trail mark numbers. They're your lifeline. If you have to call 911, those route numbers and mile markers are the quickest and most critical information for first responders to locate you. So remember to ride safe, ride smart, and respect our trails. And no matter what you ride, don't leave your trash. Leave a good impression.
Head on over to UpNorthSportsRadio.com for more about Northern Michigan trails.
Studios.
This has been your Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCo.com. Toro, count on it. Take on the most challenging winter conditions with the Toro Power Max 826 snowblower. Self-propelled with 6 speeds forward and 2 speeds in reverse, lets you go at your own pace. The Power Max has triggerless steering, night vision, and anti-clogging system. This snowblower is the total package. Head to your local Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit, or visit OutdoorEquipCo.com. Toro, count on it.
The deal that everyone waits for is here. Employee pricing for everyone is happening now at Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Save big on select new in-stock Chevrolet models, including Silverado HD trucks, a luxurious Suburban High Country, a rugged Traverse Z71, and the capable Colorado Trail Boss. These exclusive employee pricing offers won't last long, and neither will the inventory. So don't miss your chance to drive home a new Chevy for less. Visit ChevyCentral.com or stop by Jim Wernig Chevy in Gaylord. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
It's the one you've been waiting for. The Gaylord Gardner White Furniture Year-End Savings Event. Take an extra 30% off the already great prices on furniture in every department. Get up to 60% off on mattresses. Wow! Shop now and get delivery before Christmas. Have family coming? Buy in-stock items and get free same-day delivery. Gaylord Gardner White. Same owners, same place, all new attitude. Some restrictions apply. See your Gaylord Gardner White associate for more details.
Just like Northern Michigan High School athletes, Saab relies on trust, drive, and expertise. Those are the values it takes to have a winning season, and the same values that power Saab's mission, keeping people and society safe. Hi, I'm David Howie, Project Manager for Saab in Northern Michigan. Saab is dedicated to being a responsible neighbor, a reliable employer, a steward of the environment, and a proud supporter of Northern Michigan High School athletics. Saab in Northern Michigan.
The countdown is on, Grayling. Midnight on Main is back. New Year's Eve at the Asable Artisan Village Performing Arts Center. Join us December 31st from 8 to midnight. The Motor City Memories Band, live, dancing, drinks, and the iconic canoe drop. Plus, a champagne toast at midnight as we ring in 2026 together. Tickets are just $50 in advance, but they're going fast. Don't wait. Get your tickets now at artisanvillage.org. artisanvillage.org. Let's make this a new year that's unforgettable.
Looking for a cozy spot to start your morning or enjoy a relaxing lunch? Come to Moose and Stella's Cafe in Kalkaska, where breakfast is always on the menu. From hearty skillets and baked French toast to handcrafted paninis, fresh salads, soups, and burgers. There's something for everyone. Add a cozy touch with a fresh-made latte, cappuccino, or espresso. Visit Moose and Stella's Cafe in Kalkaska, where every meal is made with care, or explore the menu at mooseandstellas.com for up-north flavor.
It's the party that gets bigger and better every year. Odawa Casino's New Year's celebration with over $122,000 in winnings. On December 26th, earn up to 7 times points during confetti points multipliers. December 27th, Sparkle and Score hot seats light up both locations. Then on New Year's Eve, get ready for fireworks and fortunes, table games, hot seats in Petoskey, and our Ring in the Riches giveaway in Mackinac City as we count down to the grand finale giveaway in Petoskey, only at Odawa Casino.
Thanks to all of Roscommon Auto Recyclers' loyal customers. Although we're not all in the same boat, we are all in the same storm. So if you should need them, Roscommon Auto Recyclers is there for you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Roscommon Auto Recyclers.
Watch the TC West Titans streaming live at upnorthsportsradio.com.
Brought to you in part by Saab. Trust, drive, and expertise in Northern Michigan. Saab.
TC West Titans on upnorthsportsradio.com.
Make your holidays brighter with December lease specials from Jim Wernig GMC in Gaylord. Right now you can drive a 2026 Sierra 1500 elevation, complete with a tonneau cover and side steps for just $189 a month. Or take home a versatile 2026 Terrain elevation, all-wheel drive for only $429 a month with just $2,026 due at signing. Whether you're hauling gifts or heading to holiday gatherings, these new GMCs are ready for the season. Visit GMCCentral.com or stop by Jim Wernig GMC in Gaylord today. We are professional grade. If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education or where your talents lie, the Michigan Army National Guard has most of the answers. Your participation in a few yearly training exercises will make you stronger and part of a patriotic team. You will also receive up to $50,000 in scholarships towards your education, including training and placement in exciting tech and medical fields. Build your future and support your country. Apply to miarmyguard.com. That's miarmyguard.com. It's time to announce the Michigan Army National Guard Student Athlete of the Week here on Up North Sports Radio. If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education, build your future, and support your country, apply to miarmyguard.com. miarmyguard.com.
The Michigan Army National Guard is proud to present the Student Athlete of the Week. The Guard is honoring Clayton Hooker of the McBain High School Ramblers. Congratulations, Clayton. Staff Sergeant William Brown, Michigan Army National Guard recruiter for the McBain area, will be stopping by McBain High with some National Guard swag just for you. Visit miarmyguard.com to set your career in motion.
Congratulations to the Michigan Army National Guard Student Athlete of the Week here on Up North Sports Radio's High School Scoreboard Show. If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education, build your future, and support your country, apply to miarmyguard.com.
Welcome back to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Rich Calkins, Jerry Coyne in studio with you. And joining us now is the head coach of the Manton Lady Ramblers, John Katona. And John, off to a 2-2 start. Talk about the general synopsis so far in the first couple of weeks of how the team's doing.
Yeah, thanks for having me. We're the Rangers, by the way, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry, that's right. Sorry, Coach, yes.
It's okay. Hey, it's all right. It's all good. Yes, so 2-2 to start the year. We knew right from the get-go that we were going to have a pretty hard start to the year with the schedule that we compacted this year. We played, in my opinion, one of the top teams in the Highland Conference with McBain and Everett, and we'll have Roscommon later in the year. But we opened up with Buckley, which was a good win for us. They're a very talented team. So overall, obviously, we would love to be 4-0. I thought we were competitive against Everett and McBain with our 2 losses and showed that we could compete with them. So I'm pretty content, but obviously it's early in the year and we have lots to improve on still.
Right. Now, Coach, I also noticed on your schedule you had one scheduled earlier against Mayo. That one got canceled. Are you guys going to try to reschedule that game?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, we've been trying to get them since last year, and unfortunately they couldn't make it last year due to injuries. So this year, looking forward to coach against Mia.
Yes.
Try to stop her, and we just inclement weather kept it from them coming. So we're trying to find some dates in January. It's just not working well with them being a small school, and they have multiple sport athletes. So we're working on it. We're hoping to finalize that over break. But, yes, we're really hoping to get them down here in January.
Yeah, oh, no, that's would always be cool because, again, with Mia McGregor being one of the top players in the state in girls basketball and has been since her freshman year. She's, I believe, a junior now, is she not, Coach?
Yeah, she's a junior, and I tell you what, if you haven't watched Mia play yet, that is one fun player to watch, and her range is unlimited. The amount of triple teams that she receives and still able to find an open teammate, and just a special player you don't see too often. And the little side story, my point guard, Aubrey Hiller, actually played with me this summer at AAU, so we know her quite well.
Right, nice. It's always good to get a little inside scouting information there, Coach. And but no, she's one of the top players in the state, and really looking forward to watch her play. I've seen a lot of video of her, but never seen her in person. But like Coach, you were talking about that Highland Conference, and man, it is absolutely competitive. With 3 teams that have yet to lose. With Everett, McBain, and Roscommon, man, it is going to be an absolute battle this year.
Yeah, all the star players are returning to the teams, so they're going to be there are a lot of senior-led top teams. So it's just going to be a very fun, competitive conference this year, and not to mention the teams in the middle. they could upset some of those top teams. I've been doing this now for about 13 years at the varsity level with the girls, and this is by far the most competitive and just unbelievable talent in the Highland this year.
Yeah. Coach, getting back to your team, is it a senior-led team, Coach, or how does it break down there?
Yeah, no, we're a very young team. We only have 4 returners, but one of them is injured, and we're hoping to get her back next month, and another one was just our manager last year. So we only have 2 returning starters from last year. So we're a junior-led team with a freshman that starts as well. But we have a pretty nice player named Aubrey Hiller who right now averages around 27 points a game for us. So everything is revolved around her, and she keeps us pretty competitive and pretty balanced. So we're hoping to improve throughout the year and maybe cause some upsets, and then next year will be that senior-led team.
Yeah, Coach, 27 points a game that'll work, Coach.
Not too often do you get to say that, but it will definitely work. We're very happy to have her.
Yeah, Coach, you're one of the teams that's going to play in a holiday tournament here. It looks like you're going to head up to Negaunee for their Christmas tournament.
Yeah, so we did it 2 years ago. Background story, I graduated from Negaunee in 1999. So the girls coach there was my teammate and roommate in college, actually, and had offered us a couple years ago, and we reached out again this year. And he's like, oh, by the way, you're going to be playing you and Trout Creek, the runner-up in Division 4.
Right.
I'm like, okay. That sounds like fun, but it's a great time to build on camaraderie with your team and play in a different atmosphere. So it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us here, and for the Manton Rangers, and appreciate everything you do for girls basketball. And good luck over the Christmas holidays and the tournament, and we'll get caught back up with you in January.
All right, thanks for having me. Go Rangers.
All right, go Rangers.
Merry Christmas, Coach.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
All right, John Katona.
Yeah, he sounds like an ooper.
Yeah, exactly. Negaunee, the Negaunee Miners there. That's good for him.
There you go. Well,
take the team up there. So
we got to get caught up on a last break.
Okay.
Rich. It looks that way. I don't know what happened, but
right.
All our coaches were running around.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It was tough to do a last minute holiday shopping, I think, or whatever.
But this is going to be our last show until January.
Yes, exactly. We'll be back on the 3rd, I believe it is.
Is that what the date is?
Yes, on January 3rd. And then, we'll be right back at it then, and no more breaks after that.
That would be correct, yes.
Yeah.
So we want to thank everybody, all the coaches especially, for putting us on their schedules and giving the information that we can't get otherwise.
That's right. Yeah, it's hard for us to be everywhere throughout northern central Michigan.
That's right.
For sure.
What, you staying home for the holidays?
No, tomorrow morning heading to Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, taking the dog. So we're driving.
So you're driving, okay.
We are, yes.
I don't believe you'll have a white Christmas.
I do not. Yes, it's
Maybe you should bring a box of snow. Boxes of
snow. My daughter would love that. But the extended forecast is the high 70s and low 80s. While we're there, we'll take it. We're packing some shorts, and it'll be my first warm weather Christmas.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas to all you listeners here on Up North Sports Radio, 101.1 WGRY. The Red Wings will be here at 12:15 pregame, puck drop 12:30, and then at 7:30 tonight, the Pistons will play the Charlotte Hornets. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
The deal that everyone waits for is here. Employee pricing for everyone is happening now at Jim Wernick Chevrolet in Gaylord. Save big on select new in-stock Chevrolet models, including Silverado HD trucks, a luxurious Suburban High Country, a rugged Traverse Z71, and the capable Colorado Trail Boss. These exclusive employee pricing offers won't last long, and neither will the inventory. So don't miss your chance to drive home a new Chevy for less. Visit ChevyCentral.com or stop by Jim Wernick Chevy in Gaylord. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
The crushing industrial platinum of Filter. Friday, March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort with special guests Finger 11 and Local Age. Tickets start at $43 and on sale now at the box office and etix.com. Showtime 7:30. Filter with Finger 11 and Local Age. March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Think you know football? Go head-to-head for prizes with the Traverse City Record Eagles' own pro, senior sports writer James Cook. Pick your winners for every Sunday NFL matchup at record-eagle.com. If you beat James, you'll be entered to win a weekly prize from our Record Eagle sponsors. Make your picks each week, plus get contest rules and details at record-eagle.com/NFL Pick'em. Can you show up one of Northern Michigan's most trusted sports voices? James Cook's NFL Sunday Pick'em at record-eagle.com.
It's the one you've been waiting for. The Gaylord Gardner White Furniture Year-End Savings Event. Take an extra 30% off the already great prices on furniture in every department. Get up to 60% off on mattresses. Wow! Shop now and get delivery before Christmas. Have family coming? Buy in-stock items and get free same-day delivery. Gaylord Gardner White. Same owners, same place, all new attitude. Some restrictions apply. See your Gaylord Gardner White associate for more details.
Benetham's is thrilled to host all the holiday gatherings and get-togethers that have been a tradition for decades. The famous Chop House menu returns with the elegant lobster bisque and a Wagyu steak and frites. Nothing says happy holidays like lobster tails, and the extraordinary 16-ounce veal chop is a very special treat. Merry Christmas from the entire Benetham's family. We want to thank you for being the greatest guests all year long.
We all know the meaning of Christmas. I'm Erin Martins of Hogan's Jewelers. We often get so caught up in life that we forget to apply the meaning of Christmas to our daily existence. So here's what I propose. Let's make this the year of living and loving out loud. If it sounds familiar, it's because the closer we get to Christmas, we all need a reminder of how important it is to love out loud as we go about living and to share it with others. We really never know when our time will come to leave this life and the ones we love. Kids sometimes don't get to grow up to be adults. Friends we figured we'd grow old with are suddenly taken from us, and it makes us stop and think. If we are wise, we remember to love the ones we're with now and
This has been the Northern Michigan High School Sports Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernick GMC in Gaylord, dedicated to the best customer service and the best offers. Join us next Saturday at 10 with host Rich Calkins. Nobody loves high school sports like Up North Sports Radio.
101.1 WGRY Grayling, a division of Blarney Stone Broadcasting, with 97.1 Detroit Sports Radio Network, powered by Gardner White Furniture in Gaylord. Same owners, same location, all new attitude. Up North Sports Radio.
It's the one you've been waiting for. The Gaylord Gardner White Furniture Year-End Savings Event. Take an extra 30% off the already great prices on furniture in every department. Get up to 60% off on mattresses. Wow! Shop now and get delivery before Christmas. Have family coming? Buy in-stock items and get free same-day delivery. Gaylord Gardner White. Same owners, same place, all new attitude. Some restrictions apply. See your Gaylord Gardner White associate for more details.
The crushing industrial platinum of Filter. Friday, March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort with special guests Finger 11 and Local Age. Tickets start at $43 and on sale now at the box office and etix.com. Showtime 7:30. Filter with Finger 11 and Local Age. March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
And the national media are acting like these are teams from two different classes. Well, joining me right now is the host of the PM team with Pony and Mueller, weekdays on our Odyssey station 93.7 The Fan in Pittsburgh. His name is Andrew Filipponi, and I want to give Andrew a compliment to start out because he's achieved great things in this business, really has. I got to tell you, there's people that have 1,000 or 2,000 followers that don't make themselves available, that don't understand the best ability is availability. I always try to say that, man, if I can, I will. You ask me, honor to be on. Andrew Filipponi gets that, and here he is after a full week available right now. Andrew, I appreciate the time, man. Good morning. Happy holidays to you and yours. What's happening?
I just drove by our neighborhood fire truck that had the Grinch and Santa Claus on it. So if we had started this interview 2 minutes prior, my daughter would have been shrieking in the back seat like she had just saw Taylor Swift pop up in our neighborhood. So, and the dogs were going bananas too because they were scared of this green, fuzzy, Jim Carrey-esque Grinch that was like right pressed up against our car. So, yeah, Mark, timing is everything in life, and you got me out of that kind of fray and chaos, and now I am on my way to run my honey-do list before football starts in an hour.
Sounds beautiful, man. Sounds beautiful. Andrew Filipponi joining us. We do like to do a segment called Behind Enemy Lines, where we bring on somebody who covers the opposing team. So, Andrew, what is the Pittsburgh Steelers fan mood tracker these days? What's the mood tracker of the fan base?
Well, significantly better than it was a couple of weeks ago when they lost at home to the Bills. Aaron Rodgers was flattened by Joey Bosa. He was bleeding all over the Acrisure Stadium turf. The Steelers gave up almost 250 rushing yards. It was the most they had allowed in Pittsburgh on the ground since 1975, 50 years of football. And fans were chanting Fire Tomlin. And Renegade, which is the song they play by Styx when it's a pivotal moment in the game at home. It's like a way of riling the home fans up every game. Got booed by fans. They were not having it because they were losing and playing like garbage. So that was probably the nadir point, if you will. And since then, all they've done is go on the road and beat their arch-rival Ravens in a gotta-have-it game. And then Monday night in front of the American football-watching public, they laid the smackdown on the Dolphins, got Tua benched, and led 28-3. So things are significantly better here, Mark. This is a 8-6 team that fans believe is trending in the right direction and would